Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm here to do a requested video on how to save money on Chanel. Shoes, handbags, small leather goods. So the first method, and probably the one that will yield the most cost savings, is to buy pre-loved or pre-owned. This is a great way to save money, but it's not for everyone. This video is not about buying pre-loved. This is intended for those of us who want new Chanel products but would like some sort of a discount. I'm only speaking from my experience. I'm sure there are many other ways to save money on buying Chanel. I will give you a breakdown on how I was able to save quite a bit of money while building my Chanel collection. What I found to be the most cost-effective was shopping in a department store. Now, this may not be for everyone, because if you're really interested in the Chanel ribbon or the camellia, department stores may not always have those amenities. You can always ask, and I've gotten the ribbon and camellia on some products but not others. But if that's something really important to you, then you should stick to the boutiques. For me, saving money was much more important than those things, so shopping in a department store was a much better option for me. Many of the big department stores offer rewards programs that allow you to accumulate points for your purchases. When I was looking for my first Chanel bag back in 2011, I considered both Bloomingdale's and Sachs. Bloomingdale's offered the best savings because a couple of times a year they offered a 20% discount when you opened a Bloomingdale's card on your first purchase. But most of the year they offered 10% off, as did Sachs at the time that I was ready to purchase. So for whatever reason that I don't recall now, I went with Sachs. So let's talk about the Sachs rewards program, which is called Sachs First. In that program, you get 10% off your first day of purchases, and then you're able to accumulate points. So the first tier is called Premier, the second tier is Elite. And because Chanel purchases are so expensive, with the purchase of one handbag, you'll probably be able to go from Premier to Elite. Why this is important is at each tier, you accumulate more points. It would be difficult for me in this video to explain the whole rewards program and tier system, but if you're interested in this, you should go to the Sachs First page, which is on the Saks Fifth Avenue website, and look through the rewards program. I think this goes without saying, but I have no affiliation with Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm just telling you how I was able to save money on buying my Chanel bags. I have created a Dream Chanel bag collection wish list to illustrate how we can save money using the Saks Fifth Avenue rewards program. So here's the make-believe collection that I've come up with. Let's say in a given year, you've saved up and you want to buy the following bags. If you wanted to buy all three of these bags brand new, the jumbo retails for $5,500 US, the medium large retails for $4,900 US, and the walk retails for $2,100 US. That's a total of $12,500. Now these bags all retain their value pretty well, so you're going to be paying a hefty fee even in the pre-loved market. Of course, the savings would be bigger if you bought them used, but let's see how much money we'll be able to save using the Saks First reward system. First of all, when you open the Saks card, you get a 10% discount. So let's pretend we bought the jumbo first. You would save $550 on the jumbo, bringing the cost of the bag down to $4,950. One of the most important things to take notice of is when the triple points plus bonus points events are, because these are the best times to buy big purchases like Chanel handbags because you're able to accumulate the most points and convert those points into the biggest gift cards that you can apply to your next purchase. That's one of my biggest pieces of advice about saving money on Chanel. Buy your Chanel bags during triple points plus bonus points events. So if we were to buy that jumbo during one of those events, not only would you be getting the 10% off, you would earn about a $400 gift card that you can then apply to the medium large flap. With the $400 gift card, you've now brought the price of the medium large classic flap down to $4,500. The other benefit of buying these 3 bags possibly within the same calendar year, you will have moved up a tier in the reward system. Now what this means is, normally when you buy something within Sachs, you earn 2 points for every dollar spent. If you buy something during a triple points event, you will earn 6 points for every dollar spent. But if you move from Premier to Elite by spending over $5,000, which you basically did buying that Chanel jumbo, you will now earn 12 points per dollar spent within Sachs. So with the medium large, you will earn about a $640 gift card because you've accumulated triple points and a 10,000 points bonus, bringing the total of your gift card up to $640, which you can then spend on the walk, bringing the price of the walk down to about $1,460. If you just bought these bags retail price, you will have spent about $12,500. However, if you bought all 3 of these bags during triple points bonus points events, you will have spent $10,910 on these 3 bags. Still a lot of money, but that's a savings of $1,590. As I mentioned before, many of the big department stores have rewards program. The difference is with Sachs, you get that initial 10% off, which I believe Sachs is the only department store that still does that. Bloomingdale's has since discontinued that program, and they now offer just a flat amount of money off no matter how much you spend. And I believe all of the other department stores like Nordstrom just allow you to accumulate points, which you can use on Chanel purchases. So after buying pre-loved, I would say this is the second major way to save money on buying Chanel. This is the method that I use in buying all of my Chanel bags from Sachs. I was able to save even more money because I only had one credit card back in 2011. But I quickly learned that Sachs also has a MasterCard. So I got rid of that credit card and replaced it with a Sachs MasterCard. And now I use that credit card for every purchase. Even if I buy a stick of gum or I pay my cable bill, I always do it with that MasterCard because you accumulate so many points that you're able to later use at Sachs. So with the Saks Fifth Avenue MasterCard, you get 1 point for every dollar spent. So let's say you spent $2,500 a month on random things throughout the month. At the end of the year, that's 30,000 points that you would able to convert to a $300 gift card. So essentially, you're earning a gift card to spend on Chanel by just buying what you would normally buy anyway. So that's how I was able to save even more money with the rewards program. The last major way that I can think of to save money on Chanel is to save on the taxes. Because these are such big ticket items, taxes are equivalent to a lot of money. This can be used in conjunction with savings that you've already received from using a rewards program or opening up a credit card. Or if you didn't want to open a new credit card, this is still an option. So if you don't live in a city like New York where there's every store imaginable, then you can have a bag shipped to you, or if you buy from stores that only exist in New York, like Hirschleifer's or Bergdorf Goodman, if you get a bag shipped to you, you can save on tax. Or there are some states with no Saks Fifth Avenue, you're able to save money on taxes. And depending on the state that you live, that can be anywhere from 6 to 10%. So here's a great example of a bag that I was able to save a lot of money on with the Saks Fifth Avenue Rewards program. Medium large classic flap in lambskin leather with gold hardware. I got this bag right before the 2012 price increase. The price back then was $3,900, but I had accumulated about $1,200 in points from other bags that I bought during Triple Points bonus points event, plus all of the points that I'd accumulated using my Saks Fifth Avenue MasterCard, bringing the price down from $3,900 to $2,700. And that was less than even a pre-loved bag was back then. As you can see, if you're strategic about your purchases, you can save a great deal of money. So here are a few caveats to buying this way. You have to be really strategic about how you buy. I was very adamant about only purchasing the classic flaps. So the bags that I wanted were available year-round. And often I would ask my sales associate to put aside a bag for me so that I could buy it during a Triple Points bonus points event. But of course, this can only happen if you have a relationship with a sales associate. Otherwise, you might wait for a Triple Points bonus points event and the bag that you want isn't available. So I'm not saying this can always work, I'm just telling you what worked for me. The other thing to note is that these bags were much more readily available back in 2011. They were very popular, of course, but I don't remember there being so many wait lists that I hear about now. The other thing to keep in mind is that Triple Points bonus points events are only available a few times a year, so you really have to be strategic about your purchases. You will always earn $2 for every dollar that you spend within Saks, but to really take advantage of the system, once you've gone up a tier from Premier to Elite, you're now earning 12 points for every dollar spent, plus an additional 10,000 points for purchases like designer handbags, and that's where you really see the biggest benefits from a rewards program. So I hope this video was helpful. I am not at all an expert on these rewards programs. I'm only telling you what worked in my experience. And please remember that I bought all of my classic flaps many years ago, so things may have changed. But I got so many questions on how I was able to save so much money while still buying my bags brand new, I decided to make this video. So please leave any additional questions down below, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.